safe streets, vibrant neighborhoods, successful business and commerce. These are things that make a healthy community. We are a diverse community, rural, suburban, urban, a multitude of languages and ethnicities, ages and experiences. We are a collaborative community. Public-private partnerships make us a model community that others want to follow. It is what makes us unique. It is what makes us strong. The employees of Kent County reflect our diversity and seek to serve our communities.
People in this county, in this area, we wrap our arms around each other. We come together to collaborate, to solve problems. We're all working for the good of the whole. And I think that's wonderful. And you can see it. You can see it as you drive around Kent County.
Our impact starts the day a baby is born and a birth certificate is issued, to protecting children from deadly diseases through vaccination, to the public safety and justice provided by law enforcement and the courts, to offering veteran services and caring for the elderly. Every day we work to keep our communities robust.
I think if you are somebody who's interested in serving your community, in building a strong knowledge base and a good group of people to work with, then the county is one of your best employment opportunities out there. It's been completely rewarding in every way I could possibly explain for 26 years, and I feel like I grow every single day still today.
Leading these dedicated employees, our 19-member Board of Commissioners and our County Administrator Controller, along with our elected officials and appointed department directors, placing emphasis on civic involvement, quality housing, vibrant neighborhoods, and strong, solid infrastructure to allow businesses to thrive. Professional, dedicated, collaborative, and innovative.
Behind the scenes, collaboration between foundations, charitable organizations, nonprofits, for-profit businesses, public sector demonstrated through the county, the city of Grand Rapids, the townships, all the cities and the villages in our area. If we don't come together, then we will not have the strength that we have today, and I only hope to build upon that.
Our aim is to make our communities the best they can be. We are involved in exciting development projects, sustainable recycling programs, and creative progressive prevention programming. We partner with elected officials, impacting policy ideas that become great achievements. We seek opportunities to reach out into the community and offer our services to help our residents make Kent County thrive.
Our relationship is solid, both from a staff standpoint at the county level as well as the Board of Commissioners. And they understand what we do and the benefits that we can do for the community, and vice versa. We couldn't do what we do without the help of Kent County.
While most of us are busy running our lives, Kent County's elected officials, administrator controller, and over 1,600 employees are serving the communities where we live our lives, so we can all have a place we are proud to call home. Kent County, its life well run.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this Kent County Board of Commissioner meeting.
I can't hear you.
Today's date is Thursday, February 9th, 2017. The time is 8:30 a.m. We'll begin this morning with roll call.
8:38.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Vonk. Here. Commissioner Antor.
Here.
Commissioner Morgan.
Here.
Commissioner Jones.
Here.
Commissioner Bolter.
Here.
Commissioner Steck.
Here.
Commissioner Ponstein.
Here.
Commissioner Voorhees.
Present.
Commissioner Kallman.
Here.
Commissioner Breevy. Here. Commissioner Mast. Commissioner Melton.
Here.
Commissioner Hennessy. Here. Commissioner Talon. Commissioner Bulkowski.
Present.
Commissioner Womack.
Present.
Commissioner Korndike.
Present.
Commissioner Skaggs.
Here.
Chair Salfeld.
Here. We will move then to agenda item number 3, and I will call on Commissioner Breevy for invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Patty Harris. So Patty just happens to be my aunt. She's also the provost at Kuiper College, and she's going to share a few words with us today. And so take a listen.
Thanks. Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here. to not only offer the invocation on behalf of Kuiper College, but as extended family of Emily. And one thing she didn't mention was we share a birthday as well.
Oh.
Yes. And I have her middle name too. There you go. There you go. It's a good thing. I just want to speak briefly from the Old Testament. And King Jehoshaphat was appointing new leaders. And to the judges in 2 Chronicles 19, he said, "Judge carefully, for with God there's no impartiality, there's no injustice, and there's no bribery." And then he appointed a bunch of other leaders, and to them he said, "Serve wholeheartedly and faithfully." And I was thinking of these words for all of you today. And I realize that there's some times where it's very difficult to step into those words, to be wholehearted and faithful about what you do. And Jehoshaphat knew that as well, because soon after he did this, there were a bunch of armies that encamped around Jerusalem, and they didn't feel very faithful or wholehearted about what they had to do. So then, God gave words to a man named Jehaziel. I think it's the only time his name was mentioned. And he said this. He said, "Don't be afraid. Don't be discouraged. Stand firm." And so I think as you do what you do on behalf of the County of Kent, we appreciate that, and I certainly want you to serve faithfully and wholeheartedly. But when there are times that get tough, remember too, don't get discouraged, but stand firm. So let's open with prayer. Gracious God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to serve faithfully and wholeheartedly. And even as we face challenges, we realize that you encourage. We pray that this is something that the county commissioners can step into, to not be discouraged, but to stand firm. And on behalf of everyone in this county, to serve faithfully and wholeheartedly, to show harmony and love in all they do. Preside over this meeting, give them wisdom, because we know you are the author of all good things. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Brady, and thank you for that nice prayer and background. We will move to our next agenda item, which is 5, and we will allow for public comment. If there's any public comment today, you need to state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes. I do not see any public comment, so we'll move then to the consent agenda, for which I will call on Commissioner Brady.
Thanks, Chair. I'd like to move the consent agenda, which includes items A, B, and C.
Is there support?
Support.
By Vice Chair Bolter. Any questions or comments? I see none, so this is a roll call vote.
Commissioner Vonk.
Yes.
Commissioner Antor.
Yes.
Commissioner Morgan.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Commissioner Bolter.
Yes.
Commissioner Steck.
Yes.
Commissioner Ponstein.
Yes.
Commissioner Voorhees.
Yes.
Commissioner Kallman.
Yes.
Commissioner Breve.
Yes.
Commissioner Mast. Commissioner Melton.
Yes.
Commissioner Hennessy.
Yes.
Commissioner Talon. Commissioner Bulkowski.
Yes.
Commissioner Womack.
Yes.
Commissioner Korndike.
Yes.
Commissioner Skaggs.
Yes.
Chair Salfeld.
Yes, motion passes. We move then to agenda item number 7, which is our only resolution, for which I will call on Commissioner Korndike.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to move resolution number 13 of today's date from the Sheriff's Department to add a corrections officer to oversee the jail work crew.
Support.
Support by Commissioner Breve. Questions or comments? I am seeing none. This is not a roll call vote, so all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. We move to our next public comment period. Any public comment? I see none, so we move to reports. Are there any reports by the commissioners? Commissioner Bulkowski.
I actually have a report. The Friend of the Court Review Committee has had a couple of meetings. We're meeting today at noon, and likely there'll be a couple of other meetings between now and our next scheduled meeting, which is March 9. That was the original schedule, and we've discovered the need to look into a few other things. So we've been having fun, and come to at noon if you want to check it out. We'll be in this room today.
Very good. Commissioner Jones?
Thank you, Chair. So the Fire Commission will be meeting on this Friday, February 10th at 8:30 at the Road Commission, and we do have an opening on that board. There was a gentleman who was appointed who was unable to continue. He realized that there was a conflict he couldn't get out of. I'm working with Vice Chair Bolter to figure out the process, but just for those who are here, you have to be a member of the Fire Commission and an elected official to serve on that board. So the two things have to happen. It's not just a member of the public that comes on this one. Again, you have to be a member of the Fire Commission and an elected official. So we will see what happens with that process. Thanks.
Very good. Commissioner Morgan?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a brief update with the construction out at the Ford. We hope to have the consolidated checkpoint up and operating by June. And I would invite the commissioners to come on out in April and see the progress. They are putting the glass in the south wall. So if you have the opportunity in April, come on out and check this out. It's awesome.
Very good. Commissioner Brady?
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to give you an update quick from the lead task force. We're going to be meeting next week, Wednesday, in this room at 1 o'clock. So we'd love to have a good attendance. We're hoping to have some media attention to Steve Kelso from the Health Department is going to be on 8 West today, talking about the task force and kind of telling our goals and what we're going to do. So if you can follow that or look for it online, that would be awesome. But we'd love to have you next week, Wednesday at 1 o'clock.
Will you be on the air then, too?
Not today,
Okay.
but maybe eventually, and maybe some other members will show up too.
Okay. Commissioner Vaughn?
Thank you, Chair. At the DPW, we have a joint contract with Goodwill to go through the recycling there, and we had the director from Goodwill there last week, a week ago today, and discussing the program, and she says that program that we have with Goodwill is a model, and they're going to use it nationwide. So something good coming out of our recycling program. And then also Darbass is going to have a convention come into town sometime in 18, I believe it is. So had a couple good things happen at when we talk trash on Thursdays. So. Thank you.
Very good. Commissioner Stack?
Thank you, Chair. So on February 3, Network 180 submitted its long-awaited pilot project to the state of Michigan for a new exciting model for providing services integrated with the physical health and behavioral health systems. It looks like it's going to be a great opportunity to find out how we can do this better. So we're looking forward to working with the state on that project. I'll also add that the PHP Lakeshore Regional Entity met as well on the 3rd, and after due deliberation concluded to pass a resolution to endorse and support that program.
Thank you. Any other reports? I see none, so we will move to miscellaneous. Is there any commissioner miscellaneous this morning? Commissioner Hennessy.
We had a work session about ACCET. Well, ACCET is the main sponsor for the Walk for Warmth, which takes place Saturday morning. Begins with reception at 8 a.m. The program is at 8:40, and then the walk, 3-mile walk, begins at 9. It's 3 miles, maybe 300 steps or 3,000 steps or something like that. Given the winter weather and sometimes the way the streets are, we fudge that. One of the reasons why we fudge the distance is that this is all led by the second graders out of Sibley School. And they write letters and they organize support from businesses for the Walk for Warmth. And then they will have their own walk on Tuesday from the school. So they're very, very involved, and they really approach this as being a goodwill offering, but it's also learning a lot about business in terms of getting all this support and their contact with businesses. So it's commendable. It's a statewide effort, but our effort locally is very, very individualized, and it all takes place at the West Side Complex, so join in.
Thank you. Vice Chair Bolter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to remind everyone we have a land bank meeting immediately following this. We will be discussing potential recommendations and then hope to wrap that up next month. Additionally, I wanted to remind everyone to submit any legislative ideas they may have, that we will be finalizing our legislative priorities coming up next week, and we would like any additional ideas you have, anything you'd like to be considered, please submit that hopefully by the end of this week. Today, tomorrow.
Get your agenda out today. So.
But you did all get an email earlier this week to remind you, so again, and it's not set in stone. If things come up throughout the year, obviously we'll be advocating, but please submit if you have ideas. Thank you.
Very good. Commissioner Bukowski.
Yeah, just following up on our invocation today. Unfortunately, want to note the death of Steve Christians. Steve is a good friend and definitely a faithful and a steadfast servant for our community for accessibility. He lived in Granton Township. He was involved in everything up there short of being on the Board of Supervisors or Trustees, whatever you all call it out there in the hinterland. But anyways, yeah, Steve died on Monday. I met him 21 years ago when he was suing the city of Grand Rapids for disability discrimination, a case which he won. Yeah, so, and he was only 59. These things happen. So we pray for Steve and we'll continue to honor and support his family. So.
Commissioner Ponson.
Thank you, Chair Soffel. Just want to take this opportunity. A couple weeks ago, I had an opportunity to tour Chopin Recycling. I just wanted to thank them. It's located in the city of Wyoming, and their second facility is in Walled Lake, and they employ about 500 people in the state of Michigan. But they're more targeted to the bottle bill and the impact that it had on businesses. And if you take a look at what they did and how they streamlined it, how they got partnerships, they actually reduced the cost to retailers to take on that mandate that was put upon them by the voters. One of the most interesting facts is that everything that they recycle stays in the state of Michigan. Most states with bottle bills get a return rate of about 60 to 65%. State of Michigan, we're about 90 to 95%. So a lot of that effort's been taken on by the private sector and has made that system work for everyone.
Very good. Commissioner Antor.
Thank you, Chair. Just a reminder, I sent out emails to everyone about our reception next week, February 16th, which is a Thursday. It's our Finish the Mission Veteran Relief Fund. It's a thank you reception and an update for what we're doing this year. We are partnering with GVSU and PBS, NPR, Spartan Nash, LZ Michigan Art Prize. It's going to be a really big event. We'd like to get everybody updated. And there's an Eventbrite link on that email, so if you guys could just go on there, and we just want to have a count for food and beverages, but we'd love to see you. Thank you.
Very good. Commissioner Womack.
I just want to thank the chair for your signature on the proclamation of service for Hazel Lewis, who passed away last week. She was the longest running NAACP president, born in the 1930s, so she dedicated her entire life to civil rights and diversity. She did attend the Dr. Martin Luther King speech in Washington in support of diversity and the Voting Rights Act, and I just very happy that Kent County Board of Commissioners, we are a part of her celebration of life yesterday as we presented that proclamation to her family.
Very good. Any other comments or miscellaneous? I see none. So I will call on Commissioner, I have no other announcements, so I'll call on Commissioner Brady for an adjournment.
Thank you, Chair. I move to adjourn, subject to the call of the Chair, to Thursday, February 23 at 8:30 a.m. for an official meeting.
Support. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Safe streets, vibrant neighborhoods, successful business and commerce. These are things that make a healthy community. We are a diverse community, rural, suburban, urban, a multitude of languages and ethnicities, ages and experiences. We are a collaborative community, Public-private partnerships make us a model community that others want to follow. It is what makes us unique. It is what makes us strong. The employees of Kent County reflect our diversity and seek to serve our communities.
People in this county, in this area, we wrap our arms around each other. We come together to collaborate, to solve problems. We're all working for the good of the whole. And I think that's wonderful. And you can see it. You can see it as you drive around Kent County.
Our impact starts the day a baby is born and a birth certificate is issued, to protecting children from deadly diseases through vaccination, to the public safety and justice provided by law enforcement and the courts, to offering veterans services and caring for the elderly. Every day we work to keep our communities robust.
I think if you are somebody who's interested in serving your community, in building a strong knowledge base and a good group of people to work with, then the county is one of your best employment opportunities out there. It's been completely rewarding in every way I could possibly explain for 26 years, and I feel like I grow every single day still today.
Leading these dedicated employees are 19-member Board of Commissioners and our County Administrator Controller, along with our elected officials and appointed department directors, placing emphasis on civic involvement, quality housing, vibrant neighborhoods, and strong, solid infrastructure to allow businesses to thrive. Professional, dedicated, collaborative, and innovative.
Behind the scenes, collaboration between foundations, charitable organizations, nonprofits, for-profit businesses, public sector demonstrated through the county, the city of Grand Rapids, the townships, all the cities and the villages in our area. If we don't come together, then we will not have the strength that we have today, and I only hope to build upon that.
Our aim is to make our communities the best they can be. We are involved in exciting development projects, sustainable recycling programs, and creative progressive prevention programming. We partner with elected officials, impacting policy ideas that become great achievements. We seek opportunities to reach out into the community and offer our services to help our residents make Kent County thrive.
Our relationship is solid, both from a staff standpoint at the county level as well as the Board of Commissioners. And they understand what we do and the benefits that we can do for the community, and vice versa. We couldn't do what we do without the help of Kent County.
While most of us are busy running our lives, Kent County's elected officials, administrator controller, and over 1,600 employees are serving the communities where we live our lives, so we can all have a place we are proud to call home. Kent County, its life well run.